Hello and welcome. So glad you dropped by today. My name is Linda Phippen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. This is the last day of 2021, and I think we'll all agree that we are quite happy to have this behind us. 2022 has lots of challenges, I'm sure, but we can do this. We have lots of opportunities to be creative and communicate with one another and encourage one another. And we can do that through our making of cards. So I have a few cards for you that I hope you will enjoy. And let's just get started. Here's our mini catalog from January to June 2022. The cards that we're going to make tonight are from this catalog on page 42 and 43. So this is some of the pieces that go with this, the die set and a little bit of stamping, but we'll do some stamping on our actual cards. So there's lots of scenery to be made here, so it is lots of fun. It just you just keep playing and it just keeps coming together. So this is the stamp set itself, called On the Horizon, and the sayings are lovely, just about relaxing and thinking of you. And also there are birds in this, which I had lots of fun with those, and I know you will too. So let's just set this aside for now. This is our first card that we're going to do tonight in the last few hours of 2021. So I was kind of laughing at myself, thinking, I wonder if this qualifies as a gate card, gatefold. It's kind of a gatefold, but anyway, it does have a gate, which is part of the set, and the background is DSP called New Horizons. And look at this 6x6. Doesn't that, and that's the other side. And I'm only going to show you that and the other piece we're going to use, and at the end I can show you the others. So this here is pretty quick and easy to do. Some pieces. The fiddly part of it is the fence, but I will show you how I did that, and we can get started. So I used vellum for the gate, trying to figure out how to get this so that it will open, it can be see-through, and this worked. This worked very well. So the sizes will be under the descriptions. Under the description. I don't know why I keep saying descriptions. I guess there's lots of descriptions. Okay, so I just used glue to put it on the edge. Now I know there's lots of ways of doing things. And the more I looked at this fence, the more I thought it could very easily go the other way. But for tonight's card, this is what we're going to do. And once you get your fence lined up, and you know, you could leave it just like that, but I wanted the gate. So all I did was cut this in half, so our gate will be able to open. Now, I'll just give you a little warning. This is vellum, and I did score it, but you have to be so careful not to push. You want just enough when you score it, just enough to get a fold. So the first time I did it, I went a little too heavy, and this is what happens, which is not what you want. So my second try was a little more successful, and my third try was even better. So just be, you know, don't it does work. You just have to be a little delicate. And I wasn't sure, again, the best way to get your gate on your card. So I used double-sided tape for that, which worked great. So line up your gate along where you want it, and then just fold it onto the double-sided tape. Do the same thing for the other side. I think I'm hearing some fireworks already. Okay. That is fireworks. Oh, Happy New Year. Like we said in the introduction, we're all going to be very happy that this year is over. But let's not get negative. Another year, and another year to make a difference in the lives of those we love. Isn't that what it's all about? Okay. The nice thing when you use glue is that it gives you a little more flexibility. You can move it around. Double-sided tape's pretty good. There we go. So there we go. Opening little gate. You can see all the pretty flowers in there. And close the gate. Now I found what I really needed on this card was, and I'm sure you have seen this before, adhesive pickup. And you can find them at a number of stores. And when you get adhesive on your project and it dries, you can just lift it up and it will come off. So that is one of those things that is awesome to have. And then I put the sentiment, thinking of you, on the vellum, and I also used vellum adhesive, which I got at Amazon. Again, not putting too much on, but just enough to make it stick. But sometimes vellum is not very cooperative. The nice thing about this sentiment as well, or using vellum, is that you still see the flowers. So there we go, thinking of you. Now, I used some of the die cuts for the trees and the grass. And, you know, there's no right or wrong way of doing this. So we will just find a little area to put this on. Kind of find where you would think it'll work. So I put a tree there and a couple trees along here. Not all of them. I didn't really want to cover too much of this DSP because it is so pretty. Just makes you feel so creative. Okay, so just a little snip of that grass and that last little tree. Didn't want that on there. And then I put some grass on. Now, don't be afraid to, okay, so this grass I'm going to put on is the way that it was cut according to the die cut. But when I put some on the fence, I put it on and turned it upside down. So don't be afraid to do that. Gives you a little bit more flexibility. So I put it on the bottom part here, then cut off what I don't want, and then turn this upside down and put it on the other side. Now it gives the impression that the gate is just a little bit bigger than it actually is. And who knows where that little piece went. And then I slip this on with a little bit of glue onto the bumblebee, which I thought it picked up the colors in the sky and some of the flowers, and it really made the evening evergreen just pop. Then what I did on the inside was I took part of the sunrise or sunset on the top, and I forgot where I got the little bit of greenery on here, but it's from the previous card, or the next card that we're going to make. So I'm just going to put it on because I liked that it had some variegation of colors in there. So don't throw away your scraps, because you'd be surprised where you can put them. And then on the inside of the card, and when you're thinking of someone, of course, it could be thinking of you on your birthday, thinking of you on Mother's Day. So thinking of you really is a wonderful sentiment to use on the outside of a card when you're not quite sure. So that is card number 1, and I love the gate opening, thinking of you. So I hope you like that, and I did want to show you the whole part of the card, of the DSP on both sides. The next DSP that we're going to use, excuse me, is equally as pretty, with the grass and the beautiful sunrise or sunset. And then, of course, on the other side, you can use some lovely backgrounds for different cards. So the card itself is relax and enjoy your day. So who doesn't want to receive a card like that? So I have the pieces, and I used evening evergreen for the back. There's lots of nice sentiments in this card. So this is, again, is a pretty quick card. The part of the card that you want when you're cutting it, I took off a little bit more on the sky than I did on the grass, you can see there. But it's your choice if you want more greenery and less sky. That's okay, you can do that. So the first piece, you want to just make sure that all of your corners or your borders are equal, and glue it down. And then what I do after I did line it up ahead of time just to make sure that I've got the right pieces in order, but I'm going to glue the second outside piece. And the reason you do that because you'll get the same outside border on your piece, on your card. And then when you put your middle piece in, you can determine what, by centering it, you have a better chance of getting it even. Not always, but chances are a little better. So there we go, 3 pieces put on there, and again it just gives it a little different dimension. I put our sentiment, relax, and I stamped it, and I stamped it and then I cut around it so that it would give that shadow look. Now it's not a perfect shadow look, but it makes the sentiment, especially on the lighter color, stand out, I think. Relax and enjoy your day. Okay, and you can put that wherever you like. And I did the same thing, the same kind of grass, and I used the same color because this evening evergreen is just awesome. So again, figure out where you want your grasses to grow, grasses to grow as well. And whatever's left over on either side, you just cut it off. You can overlap. And then the last piece just goes there. Okay, so put a little bit of grass and anything that you don't want sticking out, and just clip it off. It's like cutting grass in the summertime. Although having your grass cut in the summertime is a lovely smell. I love a freshly cut grass. Now what I did, I used these same trees again. I could have stamped them on, but I didn't. So just use some dimensions like we did there on some of these trees to get them to stand up nicely. And when things get really small, don't hesitate to chop the ends of your package here so you can use them as strips, because it works amazing. Now we just put a little bit more of a strip on here. Maybe I got too much on that one. Oh, look at that. What a plan. And I didn't put dimensions on the other trees. So put dimensions on these ones. And then just glue these ones down however you want. I decided that I'll cut this off. And actually you don't even need that part of the grass. And again, stick them wherever you feel you would like to stick them. And then another one right over here. Now, I forgot to put the the some little bling on here, except these that come with, they're called pebbles enamel shapes, and they look like little rocks, I think. So on this card here, our first card, I put them a few on the inside along the thinking of you. And this one, we could put them, and I think I'm going to use, there's kind of a lighter color and a gray color. So let's just put a couple kind of amongst the grass. And get another. And I'm supposed to use odd numbers, so let's just help this little piece of grass stay down. So that is our other card. So I hope you, oh, you know what I forgot? Forgot the birds. We cannot forget the birds. That's why you stamp this before you put your sentiment on. You just want to make sure you get the birds flying the right way. And we can stick some down here. And a few up here. Now, that just finishes it off nicely. And on the inside, I use some more birds, so I might as well just keep going here. For the inside of the card. And then I stamped the grass, which I don't have. Oh yes, I do have my evergreen here. I'll just get that out of the package. And we'll just stamp some grass along here. And that, put that on the inside of the card. And those are our cards for tonight. So I do hope that you enjoyed those two cards. Let's see, we'll get the other one. So our little gate card, thinking of you, and relax and enjoy the day. And you have a great New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's in 2 more hours. So enjoy, and I look forward to spending some time with you next year, which is only in a few hours if I was really ambitious. But thank you again for your subscriptions and watching, and you do have a great evening, and I will see you shortly. Bye for now.